Life is just for living. Life is just for living.
I tell everybody I come from Bamboo because here we stop paying rent. We live all over St. Ann. Watch the water. We live all over St. Ann. My earliest memories of being alive was in Maypen. My mother tells me I was born in Kingston.
Yeah.
But it's like, you don't remember none of that.
Greetings, my brother. Greetings. How you doing?
Yes. This man used to lend me him car every night to go fishing in Brownstone, so to speak. That house didn't look like that. It was remodeled. But we moved there in 1958.
Easy.
Just like your Uncle George.
Uncle George was my father.
And this is when Juliet would say, Uncle George, your hair will grow back, you know. It only need a little sweet oil to put in.
Life is just for living.
We lived in Prairie once, and I remember getting a mouth organ. Prairie. I remember when we lived in Limehall, my mother told my father that he should start giving me pocket money.
Yeah.
And I save it up and buy a bigger mouth organ. Somebody got a piano for Christmas. And I remember playing it and playing with two fingers instead of one. I listened to my sister when we lived in St. Anne's Bay, getting formal lessons, right? And I wished it was me. And then I remember going to Mrs. Tucker, that's Handel's mother, in Brownstone for a little while. But I was already playing.
By ear?
By ear.
Yeah.
So all I had to do was go through the piece, once, and then I was playing it by ear. So I never really learned to read properly, It was funny though. The mouth organ came and then piano came.
Yeah.
And then the guitar. Hear this about the guitar now. My father played the guitar, right? But he never had one. So every now and again he'd borrow one and bring it home. And I'd mess with it. What I would do was turn all the strings, tune all the strings so they could play one chord right across. So he knew somebody was fooling with the guitar, but he hear music. So I guess that's why he bought me my own guitar. It was a friend of his that worked at Reynolds who had bought it for his son who had no interest in it.
Yeah.
So I take it and I play a little bit on it. And, in money. And the man said to him, why don't you buy it for his son? My son don't want it. Right? So he said, okay, when I get paid, I will come for it.
Yeah.
So I run outside, man. You don't know if it's going to happen. And then I see my father come with the guitar, bend down, and put it in my hands. Say, yes. That's mine. There's a song I have that says, I want to thank you, Daddy, for my first guitar.
Yes.
Without that one, I never would have come this far. I want to thank you, Daddy, for my first guitar. Without that one, I never could have come this far. And then, no, my mother didn't want me to take it to school. We were in boarding school in Newcastle. Mrs. Spox, my house mistress, talked about, and I stayed for going to have talent contests at school. So surely, Mrs. Spox, I have a guitar. Well, bring it here. So I wrote a letter straight to my mother. You know.
You have been instructed to bring the guitar.
I've been instructed to bring the guitar. Wanna thank you, Mama, for being so cool. And you let me take my guitar to school. And I thank you, Mr. Music, for teaching me to see I got to do what I got to do to be who I must be. In the middle of my daydream, you became my mirror. You rescued me. Thank you, Mr. Music, because forgetting all my strife, I wouldn't know what song to sing without your song in my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mr. Music. I sing it again and again.